making love till you take it back. Pull me close, then you pull away. Now you treat me like a friend. All the wicked games you play, baby, I just can't pretend.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Set Media. My name is Viridiana if you are new here, and I like to make videos on lifestyle, on experiences that I have gone throughout my high school, college, and currently adult life. So if you're interested in those kind of videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And let's get started. So before going into our video, I just want to quickly give you all an update. Normally, I like to upload videos twice a week, so Mondays and Thursdays. But lately, I feel like I've been rushing through my videos a lot, especially the editing process, now that I'm using a little bit more professional software. So basically, I'm cutting my uploading schedule to once a week instead of twice a week, and we'll be uploading weekly videos starting next week on Monday. But yeah, anyways, so today's video we will be talking about bullet journals. I am actually super excited to be making this video. So I've been bullet journaling for almost a year and a half now, and it's actually been really fun. This is my ideal way of organizing myself. I used to be really big on agendas and like planners and stuff like that, but I like being able to customize my own layouts according to like my lifestyle and what exactly is that I need. Do I need a bigger task portion? Do I need a bigger schedule portion? Does it fit the aesthetic that I'm currently going through at the moment? I really enjoy bullet journaling. I feel like it's a very good way to get me organized, as well as I really enjoy doing my layouts. It's very relaxing. I won't lie, it's super time consuming. It is very relaxing just drawing the lines and stuff. And honestly, you don't even need to be the most creative person out there. There's some minimalist layouts that just look really nice. So I feel like bullet journaling is something that is available for everyone, whether you're creative or not. So anyway, for today, what we will be doing is I will actually be showing you how I set up my layouts. For the end of October, I'm actually going to start doing November's layouts. So I will be showing you my process on how I set up my bullet journal, and I will also be showing you my previous bullet journal and just previous different layouts that I've used, so you can kind of get an idea of like different ideas and styles. I feel like for the first few months when I first started bullet journaling, I did so many different layouts and was never consistent until I finally found one that suited like my lifestyle at that moment, which was a college student. And after I graduated, I switched my layout again to something that fits more my lifestyle again now, where it's less of having to maintain a schedule and more of having to keep track of all my tasks. So if you're looking for some inspiration or just where to even start, go ahead and keep watching this video. So I like to start off with the title page for the month. This is where I like to get a little creative and draw something. However, you don't need to be an expert in drawing. You can do something as simple as just writing the month down. This will separate your bullet journal monthly and can be easier to reference back to. I also like to choose the color theme based on the drawing I do for the month, but that's just a little extra thing I do to personalize my bullet journal more. I get a lot of inspiration for my bullet journal from Pinterest actually. There are so many templates and layouts that I can spend hours looking at. But I finally found the layout that I prefer and will probably stick to this for some time. Get up at 10 and so I feel like it's no. So I should I pretend that the feeling isn't true? No, get up at 10 and so I feel like it's true. You find it really hard to sleep, but I can fix that if you sleep right next to me. You're so confused about the way I look at you. It's not intentional, I'm trying to find the right time to tell you. Once I'm done with my month page, I like to add a calendar on the next page. This will allow for me to see the month as a whole. I also like to put any important dates like birthdays and travel days, but honestly, I forget to use it sometimes, so it actually may be something I reduce or just take off completely in the future. I used to use it more while I was in school because I had a lot of deadlines I had to keep track of, but now I don't use it as much. And since this bullet journal is for my personal life and not work, I don't have many deadlines I need to keep in mind.
Loving me is what you need, and it's so simple. Loving me is what you need, and it's so. Yeah, loving me.
In the same page, I actually like to follow this one YouTuber named Eileen. Her channel is called Lavender if anyone has ever heard of it. And she has this one reflection series she does monthly. So I leave some space at the bottom for my goals for the month and just to be able to follow along with her. I totally recommend checking her out sometime if you have time. She focuses on lifestyle and just self-care and self-growth, and honestly it's amazing. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I accidentally messed up and put 31 days for November when there's supposed to be 30, so oh well. The next two pages are trackers. The first is my expense tracker. Here, I like to graph my essential expenses like groceries versus my non-essential expenses like eating out. And on the side, I like to list the bills I have. This will also include any subscriptions I pay for.
So should I pretend that the feeling isn't true? No, can I pretend I don't love you like I do?
The next page is my habit tracker. On the graph, I like to track my mood. This makes me reflect and see how my day actually felt. Before, I would do it by color and other things that I will show you later on in the video, but I didn't feel like it was accurate for me. I felt like there were days that I just had a mixture of emotions and could feel happy and sad. So I like to track it with numbers instead, how my day went from 1 through 10. I also just like how graphs look. They're so satisfying to look at. The box underneath are habits I like to track. This changes every month depending if I have a specific goal or I want to focus on something more, or even if I finally made a solid habit of something. What I do is fill in a box per day. If I completed the habit, I color it in. If I didn't, I leave it blank. On the side, I like to list what my favorite song of the months were, any special moments I have, and accomplishments I've done. Just another way to reflect.
So now we're going to your bedroom. Don't you think we're moving too soon? I love to hear you when you complain about your best friend, how she's so late.
The next two pages are another form of reflection. This also changes every month. The first page, I like to write an inspirational quote or write down a new word I learned that I really like and write its meaning down. The word can be in any language, it just has to resonate with me. Then I draw a little bit more just to personalize the page. Sometimes if I see flowers I like while I'm out or going for walks, I like to add them to this page. The second page is usually dedicated to reflect. It can be either a gratitude page or a reflection of the day page. Lately, I've been doing a self-care page, just holding myself more accountable to do something to love myself more or take care of myself. For example, it can just be taking a nap because my body's tired or just having some tea to enjoy myself. My goal is to write something down for every day.
I love to hear your crazy theories about conspiracies on TV. I know the truth and it's so simple. Blame it all on stupid impulse, and I keep living out of my head. Just forgive me for my silence, 'cause I will try to play my part.
After that, we have our budget layout. I list items down and what the budget for that item is for the month. For example, I'll list groceries down, and for that month, I'll have $200 budgeted for groceries. On the page next to it, I list the same items, and at the end of the month, I write down how much I actually spend for that item. So usually, I like to fill this out at the end of the month, and then that same day I do my what I spent for the month, I like to do the budget for the next month. So on the 31st of October, I will be completing my budget for October and then filling in the budget for November.
I will try to play my part. My last memory.
Lastly are my weekly pages. I only recorded myself doing one because these are actually very time consuming and I didn't want to have to go through another hour of having to edit out what I actually want to keep. So I just did 1 week instead. And this just stays consistent for all 4 to 5 weeks of the month. Here, I like to have my meal plan on the side. That way, I don't have to be guessing what I will be cooking for the day and I can come up with a better grocery list so my food doesn't go to waste. The next segment are my days of the week. Here, I write down my tasks for the days. Yes, I know my setup for Wednesday is kind of weird, but that's just kind of how my brain works. And finally, I have my work schedule in the bottom right corner. Since I have a consistent schedule, I don't need too much space for it, but I still like to keep it there for days that I have off or just something like that. And if I have any appointments, then I just write them down in my task and also put them on my Google Calendar. But yeah, this is basically my weekly setup that I recently adopted as of August.
Tell me what you're willing to prove, cause I ain't got nothing to lose. It's true that you mean the world to me, yeah. I travel around the globe, but I know that you're the only girl for me. And I gotta let you know that, yeah, baby, yeah.
So just to quickly show you what November kind of looks like.
I'm worried about the way I've been living. I'm worried that you'll look at me different. I'm worried that.
And now here's the month of August, just to quickly show you what the setup looks like. Completely filled out. I would show you October, but I'm still currently working on October.
They never gon' love me. I'm worried that I'll be a fucking joke. I'm worried that I don't have control. Don't worry, baby, don't worry. Go and get some sleep. Why you always in a hurry? You got bigger things planned for you. Don't worry, you ain't gotta come to conclusions this early. Don't worry.
And so I just quickly wanted to show you June because although it's a very similar setup in the sense that there's an expense tracker, a habit tracker, the reflection pages and all of that, it didn't have the budget because that's something I actually recently added in August. And the schedule is also different. If you notice, there's more space for the schedule, and this is when I started realizing that I didn't need that much space anymore because it was just a consistent work schedule.
I did it to myself, yeah. I'm worried that you don't.
And so this is actually my old bullet journal. I first started bullet journaling in June 2019. So these are my very first pages. If you notice again, the areas for scheduling are much larger and there's smaller spaces for to-do lists. And it looks quite different as you go by just because I hadn't completely felt comfortable with specific setup.
So you don't worry, you ain't gotta come to conclusions this early.
And then finally, you can see August. This is when I finally started doing a little bit more of a clear setup. I had my trackers in already. My schedule seemed to be consistent. My to-do lists will kept changing, and I actually started adding a reflection page.
This early. Baby, you could keep me going, 'cause you've been everywhere. Let me take up all the love you're showing. I need it more than air. And you know that I've been suffocating. You could be the one to help, but my issues are nauseating. I don't wanna bring you down. I just wanna be free from.
And lastly, February, which is one last change I made until I finally landed into something that I wanted a little bit more consistently.
I don't wanna be the only one with a house key. Have something I'm proud of. I wish we were living in my dreams, 'cause 'cause in another world you'll come with me and we'll be.
Well, that was my bullet journal. I hope you liked my video. I hope you got some inspiration and different ideas for your own bullet journal, or even motivated you to start your own bullet journal. And leave in the comments down below if you tried any of my layouts. If you like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can get notifications of when I upload my videos. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Baby, you could keep me happy, but you've been on the road. Oh, I've never needed love so badly. I'm feeling so alone. And you know that I've been often dreaming